2 years of corporate love and 9 months of give him a chance later.
This award is not simply about the efforts of my administration. It's about the courageous efforts of people around the world.
What do you think, guys?
It's pretty neat that he was elected got that right around the same time that they bombed the moon. Isn't that interesting?
They bombed the moon? I didn't hear about this.
Yes,
what happened?
It hasn't happened to any president in history. So we're standing by for that. You're not going to miss any of it. We'll bring it to you live right here on CNN. In the meantime, did you check out space today? NASA banged into the moon today, and they did it on purpose. Scientists hope to kick up a dust prime in their search for moon water there.
Yesterday, NASA bombed the moon, and then Obama gets the Peace Prize.
Well, look, and NASA is a U.S. government agency. And
NASA scientists say they've got a lot of data, but will not say what it all means, at least not yet.
So we have the data we need to actually address the questions we set out to address.
Obama's president of the U.S., but they gave Kissinger a Nobel Peace Prize for bombing Cambodia, so it's no surprise that, you know.
It's the usual, doublespeak where it means the opposite. So really it's, war prize or whatever you want to call it.
Let me be clear, I do not view it as a recognition of my own accomplishments, but rather as an affirmation of American leadership on behalf of aspirations held by people in all nations.
That's the Orwellian doublethink. Yeah. Guys like Alan Keyes, Alex Jones, Webster Tarpley, and others have posited that Obama is being used as a Hitler-type figure, the same way Hitler was early in his career. He was Time Magazine Man of the Year twice. He hosted the Olympics. He was a world-recognized and world-celebrated figure before he started going crazy and attacking all these countries and killing all these people. So, with respect to Obama and him getting the Peace Prize and him being a world celebrity now and leader of the world,
I will accept this award as a call to action, a call for all nations to confront the common challenges of the 21st century.
Where do you think this is going after 2 years of corporate love and 9 months of give him a chance? Where do you think Obama-nomenon is going?
It's going the same place it always goes. I bet you in 8 years from now, everyone's going to be screaming about how bad of a president he is, and they're going to be like, we need that next new guy. I can't wait for the new guy because Obama ended up being terrible. We need somebody else to fix all our problems. It's a cycle. It's been going on for so long. It's a cycle. It's easy to see. It's easy to chart the progression level when you sit back and look at it. And that's my view of what's going to happen in 8 years from now.
And yet there's an awakening. There's a cratering in his popularity. He's below 50% popularity in many polls, despite the media pushing him. You guys are filmmakers working on educating people about these issues. It's not necessarily Obama's fault. The system is going for more than they ever have, with $24 trillion in bankster bailouts, the national socialization of everything. So it's not necessarily Obama's fault as a president, but the establishment behind him using him as a transformative figure in the decade of change, in the century of change, the 21st century.
Because all nations have the right to pursue peaceful nuclear power, but all nations have the responsibility to demonstrate their peaceful intentions. We cannot accept the growing threat posed by climate change, which could forever damage the world that we pass on to our children, sowing conflict and famine, destroying coastlines and emptying cities. And that's why all nations must now accept their share of responsibility for transforming the way that we use energy. We can't allow the differences between peoples to define the way that we see one another. And that's why we must pursue a new beginning among people of different faiths and races and religions, one based upon mutual interest and mutual respect.
History repeats because nobody knows history, and so I think people got to actually look at the root of these problems.
Last question, gentlemen. What should people do about the Obama-nomenon? About the Obama phenomena?
What would you do with the money, Mr. President?
I think the Obama phenomenon is and has been exposed. I mean, especially with the help of films like Obama Deception with Alex Jones, and you just look at his record now. Everything he said in the campaign, he's flip-flopped on. So I mean, you can't trust this guy at all. And that's the thing. You always got to be careful with the people who are really well-spoken, the people who can captivate an audience, and you got to look beyond all that and get to the substance of the matter. So.
Dan, any thoughts on how to take on Obama?
Destroy the false left-right paradigm. Come to a realization that's not about left, it's not about right, it's not about the Republican or Democrat. Once you see that this is a massive scam. It's like a giant wrestling match. We're being, a couple guys being played against each other. Once you see that, you can see that we're being played, and you can figure out how to stop playing the game.
Just a signal to the world about wanting peace, and that you can always talk and try to get to some sort of peace. So the president responding there. We're going to have much, much more. Dig through this and talk to some players about exactly what this means. What does it mean overseas? What does it mean here in the United States? A lot of people were surprised by this. We're going to talk it out for you so you won't miss it, any of it. Okay, let's move on now, because more Americans are needed in Afghanistan. You heard the president said he's trying to bring peace to that region. We're going to have new details on how many and when troops could be going to fight that war.
Same people playing us with Obama just gave him a Nobel Peace Prize. You can see the expansion of the wars in Afghanistan, Iraq, and in Pakistan, and possibly Iran show this man does not deserve that. We have more and more proof that Obama's a fraud, and the people behind him are people we should worry about instead of looking at the puppet figure. Peace.